Welcome back to NSB Custom Cars. This episode, we're going to be showing you how to change the tire on the tire machine. So here's the tire machine. It's the one that we're going to be bringing to No Name Nationals. So let me go over the pedals with you on how this works. So down on the ground here, you got 3 pedals. They're marked clamp, brake tire down, and rotation. Pretty much on this one, push down, clamps come out, you push down again, they come in. The center pedal, when you push on it, the bead lifter comes in, breaks the tire down. Now, I just had it halfway down. You can go faster, you can go slow. Just on how much you do the pedal. The third pedal spins it. Pick up on the pedal, spins it backwards. Alright, so let's go on your clamps here. These are what you call X clamps. In other words, they got 1, 2, 3 positions. You push the button, comes in again. So if I take all 3 of these in, or all 4 clamps in, it'll do a tire that small. So that small. If you bring these clamps all the way out, (24" or 22? 22 inch.
Those got the clamp carriers, it will go to 24.
Yeah, these clamps, we can run them out and make them go 24 because, I'll show you, it has an extra hole that we can take that button and bring it back out to this hole and grab an extra inch on each side. For most wheels, 15, 16s, we can run right there in that center position, we'll be fine. Now, when you're doing a steel wheel, we have these points that come out and they grab the steel wheel. You can grab your aluminum wheel with them, but we don't recommend it. All aluminum should be inside clamp. Now, if you don't want to scratch your aluminum, we have these plastic pieces that go in, and that way it doesn't scratch your wheel, especially if you're doing a reverse mount. I am doing an aluminum wheel. We're not going to put these on just because it's an old nasty wheel, and I don't want to ruin those clamps because they get eat up after a while. The first thing, we're going to break the tire down, which I've already broke the tire down, and our camera quit working, so we're doing this over. But pretty much, you're going to come in, you're going to get on the tire, push down, you're going to come in and break it down. Sometimes you have to spin it. Watch where your valve stem's at because you don't want to cut a sensor if you have a sensor in your tire. And then turn it around, break the back side down. As you can tell, this tire is no good, it's crumbling up. So we have plenty of room here, and up here on the clamps, we want to set this inside. So we're going to put it up, push down on the tire, push the clamp, now it's got it. We run the valve stem over here, right almost even across from your, actually you back it up just a little bit, usually right here on the front part of the duck head. We bring the duck head down and over, get it sandwiched in, and then lock it up top. You can see the lock. Once you get it, you throw that hand on, you lock it. Then you adjust this till it touches. Then you come down here on your duck head, see how it's rubbing. Watch, we're just going to barely move it out just enough to where it's not rubbing real hard. Grab your tire tools down in the tire tool hole. You come into this notch on the duck head, grab the tire, come across, push down on this side to get your drop center. And if you'll wiggle the arm, it's going to come right up over it. Now, this old nasty tire, if you don't want to cut the bead, we would lube that, but I'm not going to open that paste for it. So on this one, you grab the tire at the bottom with your hand, your foot's on the pedal down at the bottom, and you do a couple pumps. Make sure it's starting, then you keep on rolling. Bring the valve stem back around to where we're starting at right here. what we're doing is we're lifting the tire over the valve stem. We don't want to cut the valve stem, or if it's a run sensor in there, you don't do it. So this side's got to stay up high in that drop center. Grab the tire with your hand. Pick up a little bit, get down and grab that bottom bead. Now we're going to slide up and fold over again, just like we did. Up over the duck head, you put your hand right here where the tire tool's at, and you pull upward, hit the pedal. Come the tire at an angle like this. You don't have to unlock it, just slide that out and it stays right there. Tire's off. So now we're going to put the tire back on, which this is a bad tire, but we're going to put it on anyway. So we're going to put it up here. We're going to lube the tire. And I do want to show you, but I want to take it right back off. The valve stem is almost 180 degrees away now this time going back on. You can hit that with your finger and come back on. Come back over. Now we're going to put the bead, the bottom bead, on top of the duck head here, right in that little groove. So you put it just like up on that duck head, and then flow this on around and underneath the front part until you get to right here. See right here, my duck head, my valve stem, and the tire is meeting right there. So we push on that tire, hold it. It's going to grab it. It's going to fall right over the valve stem. Generally at that point, you can go all the way around, or you can just back the valve stem back up to where we had it before. Do the same thing to the top. Put in the groove underneath the head, come around, tighten it down, valve stem to where I'm almost meeting right here. Keep your hand on the tire, don't get it pinched, keep it down, boom, tire's on. Push down on the tire, sling it out. Now at this point, back up a little bit. You got your air chuck, put your air chuck in. Now this one I didn't have the valve stem out, so it may not be, but we'll see. You got your pedal down here. It puts air into the tire. If you go all the way down, you got a blaster. But once you bead the tire, because you're grabbing in here, you have to get off this pedal before you fill it all the way up with air. But it can be just a little bit and then back out of it. Pretty much that's all there is to it. That's all there's going to be to it. We'll give you all some help, some touch-ups if you need extra little class or whatever. But we're going to get this on the trailer. We're running out of time. So that'll be all for this video.
Yeah, I think Buff and from Buff's Garage and Punisher Lamont's Garage have some experience changing tires, and they're going to help us out. So if anybody needs anything, get with them, get with us, and we'll get you fixed up. We'll see you guys in a couple days.